Today I'm going to help you discover what the top 5 animes in the world are. Welcome to Let's Nerd Together. So let's get right into that anime list. So my number 5 choice is Boku no Hero Academia, or My Hero Academia here in the States. Now it's number 5 on my list. It's a pretty good anime. I mean, like, really good. It's about a character named young Izuku Midoriya, how he goes from having no quirk or no superhero power to having a power, and how he learns to cope with it and use it. It's a pretty great anime. And a couple things about it that you might not know. Bakugo, he's kind of the bully character of the main character in the anime. He was not originally supposed to be a bully. He was meant to be a brilliant genius whose blunt nature inadvertently hurt others. The character proved to be too boring to the creator, so he ended up changing him to be an unpleasant teenager instead. And another fact that you might not know about the anime, Izuku Midoriya is the 9th one-for-all user. And you can kind of tell this. There's a couple scenes, one in particular where it shows the power jumping from shadow to shadow of a couple different people. And I guess if you tally those up, it comes to 9, including Izuku. So, 9th one-for-all user, that's pretty cool. Alright, our next anime on the list, number 4, yeah, you guessed it, Dragon Ball Z. I have always been a huge fan of Dragon Ball Z. Dragon Ball Z is the anime that got me into watching anime. I can remember it being like 6 years old, seeing DBZ on TV. I'm like, wow, this is awesome. Like, I want to watch more of this stuff. So DBZ, it got me into anime. I'm always going to have a special place in my heart for DBZ. A couple things you might not have known about Dragon Ball Z. Goku has only ever killed 2 villains, ever, in the whole series of Dragon Ball Z. The first was an enemy named Yakon, or Yakon. He's a low-level mini-boss type, and he had a gimmick where if he devoured energy, he would get stronger. Goku basically overloaded him with his energy, and he popped like an unwanted mosquito. His second kill was Kid Buu. He basically used a spirit bomb, which is a giant ball of energy that he collects from the universe and all of the living things, to throw at someone in a one-shot, and hopefully it hits. And that is basically the only time that the spirit bomb has ever been useful. Number 3. Sword Art Online. Sword Art Online is an amazing anime, truly amazing. It's about a character named Kirito and his adventures through this digital world called Sword Art Online. It's a VR world. He puts on this headset and he gets immersed 100% into this digital world. A couple things you might not have known about Sword Art Online. Kirito is the only player with the dual wielding skill. It's actually awarded to the player with the highest reflexes, so he is the only one with that dual blade skill. Another thing you might not have known, Kirito plays on a home-built computer that he built himself, and this computer has a 24 gigahertz processor. 24 gigahertz. Now, for people who don't know much about computers, a i7 Intel processor runs at a base speed of 3.4 gigahertz. So his processor is 8 times faster. That's amazing. Lightning fast by our standards. Alright, number 2 on the list, Spirited Away. Now this is arguably the magnum opus of creator Hayao Miyazaki from Studio Ghibli. And honestly, some might argue it is the best anime in the world. Not for me personally, but it is truly great, and it deserves the spot on number 2 of my list. A couple things you might not have known about Spirited Away. It started with no script. Hayao Miyazaki, he felt he didn't have a lot of time in his creation process, so he would just storyboard, just starting with storyboarding, and he would create the story from there, lines and everything. Another thing you might not have known about Spirited Away, Miyazaki did everything. He wrote, directed, and drew the storyboards for the whole film. So when you watch Spirited Away, you are actually watching the genius of one man come to life. It's amazing. Truly amazing. Definitely check out the film if you haven't. Alright guys, it's time. Number 1 on my list. You might know what it would be if you've seen Spirited Away as number 2. Your Name. Kimi no Na wa. It's an amazing animated film. So good, so good. The love story is just, oh my gosh, it pulls you in so many different directions. You feel lost, you feel found. It's like, ugh, it's crazy. Such a good film. A couple things you might not have known about Your Name. It's the first film, not directed by Hayao Miyazaki, to cross the $100 million threshold. And I'm not sure if that's $100 million threshold for the box office. I'm pretty sure that's what it means. But yeah, that's amazing. That is amazing. Another thing you might not have known about Your Name. There's this thing in Japanese culture called the red string of faith. It basically resembles the joining of couples. And in the movie, Mitsusha, you can see her wearing that red string in her hair constantly. That's part of her morning routine as she ties up her hair with her red string. It's pretty cool. Pretty nice relationship they made there to real life. Alright guys, that's it. That's my top 5 anime in the world, at least according to me. If you guys did enjoy the video, please hit the like button, leave me a comment, and hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and hit that little bell icon so you get notified about new videos. Thanks for watching.